So are you ready? Ready? Okay. Okay. So we would like to review how to do the data transformation from white data to long data in only to 3. And the expected result okay, take a look at the screen. You know, the upper screen is called the report format. Report format, right? We have an ID. Make sure the first column is unique number, unique value. No duplicate. No duplicate. You can see that 101, 102, 103, all the way to 112, right? We have 12 ID for campaign. And as you can see, we have spending. From January to the June, we have 6 months spending. So it's a report format. And this only good for meeting, not for data processing. So we have to convert into this long data. Things that we have one ID, we have 6, right? We have 6 month value, so we have to transform from the horizontal into vertical. So you can see that there's 101, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 items here. Okay. Then the value, as you can see, the 101 January spending is 15,000. This one, right? 101 for June, the spending is 19,000. Okay, 19,000. So we do the transformation. But how to do that? Let's take a look the process again. And of course, I want to close all of it. I will remove all of it, and from the beginning. Okay, from the beginning. Okay, that's the working space. Here is working. There's nothing here. But on the left hand side is the widgets. Okay, the widgets, they can perform different tasks for us, right? We don't do any programming at all, right? We also can finish the task by using Oriented 3. No programming. The first thing is input data, right? Input. So input data, you need to find under the data catalog. You can see on the left hand side there's a data catalog. We have different widgets. And the first one we would like to use is called file widget. File widget allow you to input data from Excel file. So let's just click the file like this. This is the widget, this file. Just click, and then we'll pop up here. And double click. Then we need to specify some information, or some parameter. The most important thing is where the file comes from. So the file tab, you have to click 3 dots to navigate to the location of your file that you download from the Microsoft Teams. Okay. Let's say you already download this file, right? From Microsoft Teams. We have wire format data in marketing example. So make sure you have to download this file to your local computer and connect to this file. CSV file, it's text file. Okay. Thanks for your great help. Yeah, thank you for your great help. Okay, then make sure you connect to this file and open, right? Okay. And now you can take a look. The columns information. You see that? You can see the column information. Add a small window, small pane under here, but you can just take a look at the information about this data. So you can see we have 12 instances. Instance means observations, rows or records. We have 12.
What does it mean? What do you say?
We have 12 rows, 12 observation or 12 records. They are referred to the same thing but different name. Okay, so we have 12 records, 12 observation or instance in this case in here, and we have 8 features. So you can take a look. The feature is the column. You can take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 all the way to 8. The campaign ID treated as a text, in here is called meta. What does meta mean? Really, do you remember? What does meta mean? Meta, do you see that? Let me show you here. We have campaign ID, but you can see that's called meta. This meta is not Facebook meta, okay? Different idea. Facebook also called meta, right? But this meta is kind of description about the records. Okay? In here is called the campaign ID. That's for reference. Okay? So we have 8 features. So you can see also with a white background. Right. Okay. So we have 8 features. No missing value. You can see that. So it's the information. And also data has no target variable. Do you know what does that mean? What does target variable mean? What does target variable mean? In most data science field or in data mining field, people always talk about features and target. But what is target? Try it.
Dependent.
What?
Dependent.
Dependent. Yeah, that's right. Correctly. Yeah, that's right. The target is called the dependent. Okay, so we have y, we have x, right? Trying to explore the relationship. This called O in here. So this is called dependent variable. Okay, or in x we call independent variable. Right? Variable. And in data science or the machine learning, we call dependent variable called target. And we call independent variable as the features. Okay. Try to remember this terminology. Okay.
Why in data science the terminology change?
People always ask you different vocabulary from different domains. Just like I mentioned before, the table. Some people call it column. Some people call it field in database. Some people call it a variable, right, for statistics, right? But they refer to the same idea. The different discipline. Given. Like our name, maybe we have different name. We have Chinese name, we have English name, right? And so on and so forth. So, in data science, people usually use target describe dependent variable. Features describe independent variable. So let's call target. Okay. And so the row, we can take a look. The third column under here, you can see my arrow. That's called row. You can just click the row to check it out. Right? Each column or each field have different role play in the data mining or data science. Either play the role of feature independent variable or the target. You see that? The dependent variable. Or just for meta, for reference only, for description only. Okay? No access at all. Okay? No process needed. So feature, target, meta, and skip. I don't want to use this column in the next process. Just skip. Okay? Yeah, question?
Oh, is meta like demography information?
Demographic? No, not demographic. It's just kind of ID, ID just for reference only. And ID should be unique. Different information. For example, gender. Gender not unique because in the list of your data, you have many gender, many female, many male, duplicate value, right? For the ID should be unique, just like your student ID must be unique. Okay, good. Okay, so this overall about this data. So we use find widget to import data. Okay, now good. We'd like to take a look the overall picture about this file. So we'd like to bring in a widget that allows to view the data like spreadsheet in Excel. So that we need another widget called data table. On your left-hand side, try to find data table. Okay, on your left-hand side, just click the data table. Okay, click. Now you have data table. Okay, but I want you to rename the widgets. You just right-click your mouse, and select rename. Okay, and type Y data. Okay, this is my data. Okay. And now, if you double click, this spreadsheet is empty because we don't give the widget any information so far, right? So it means we have to input something, right? Input something. We have to input something to the widgets. Just like we use the file widget, we have to input the text file. Then we output the information to the next widget. So we do have to connect. How to connect? Just drag and drop from here, drag to here and drop. Now double click again. You see? Now we can see the spreadsheet-like format. Okay, so it's the report format. You can adjust it. Good. Okay. Now I'd like to transform this one into the data table format. So close, and we need to do the transformation. Right. So scroll down on your left-hand side. Find transform catalog. Find this one, transform catalog, and down below, under the transform, try to find melt. The melt widget, I will click here to show you this one, called melt widget. Allow you to transform Y to the long data format from horizontal to vertical. Okay, horizontal to vertical. So click here, and bring here. Okay. Then connect fire widgets to melt widget. Input the information to melt function. Okay. Then connect right now. Okay. Double click here. Take a look. Take a look at the unique row identifier. It means unique, right? Something must be unique. So the only column we have unique value is called ID, campaign ID. So default is campaign ID. We don't need to make any change. We just left here. Okay. Then we close. Then we like to view after the transformation. We like view the output again. So just click here again. Rename it. Rename as a long data. Long data. Okay. And can input the information from melt to long data, which is okay. Double click. Now, you see? Now we already transform the wide format into long format data. Okay. And you can check it out. Because the first unique ID we have 6 months, so you can see, you can check here from January to June. From January to June. And we have 6 month spending. 6 months spending. The one question here, take a look. Because the month's name is item, and the value is for the spending, right? What if we want to rename the item and rename the value? How can we do that? Just close, and open or double click melt again here. Open here, and you can find the item and value, right? The names for generate features. Okay. You just type, it should give you a new name. You give your new name in here. Let's say I would like to rename the item to month. Okay. The value will I say spending. Spending. Yeah. Spending. And of course, if you rename it, and you can close and double click again. And you check it out. Now the name is the new one. It's spending and it's a month, right? Okay. Good. You already done the transformation. It's not so difficult, right? You don't need to do any programming at all. So just drag and drop. Of course, we have to save the file in case you lose everything. So how to save the file? Close from the file menu. You can just here. So again, file under the file, and save or save as. Let's say save as. Save as. And you can choose your folder. Right? Under here. That's where is your folder name. You can just put it into the download or into desktop or into the document folder. You just select your folder and give it a name. So let's see why change the name. You can name it by yourself. I just name it Y to long data, okay, just like this. Okay, set. Okay, good. And you try to locate the file name again. We're not here. On desktop, so you can see I already have this one called Y too long data. It's an orange workflow file. Okay. So save it here. And if you like to add more information about this workflow, you can select the file and on the button, workflow information, click here. Now you can describe more about this. Workflow. And okay, just in case you want to make some notes about this workflow. Okay. So that's the practice we did last week. I'd like to move back to the material here. Okay, so. Let's I just mentioned about we have 9 tests mapping to different widgets in Oracle 3 you can do. But you can just make it more simple like this way. We have data. We need to do the Oracle 3 or we can do the model. Do the test, prediction model, segmentation model, or association model. So that's so supervised versus unsupervised methods so far. We did it. Do you have any idea when people talk about supervised versus supervised method or learning? Because it's machine learning. So supervised machine learning or unsupervised machine learning. Do you have any ideas about these two types?
I think in supervised machine learning, every output you can modify to resolve so that the next output will be according to your input. Modification.
Okay, so
but in unsupervised, you just let the machine learning trial and error until it has the result.
Try and error. At the end, you want the exact or specific output. Then you start. Okay, so supervised and supervised. Okay, that's good. Great. How about you? May I have your opinion? Supervised versus unsupervised learning.
For the unsupervised machine learning, we let the machine learning learn by themselves, like the ChatGPT, they learn by the algorithms or the comments, so they can predict the probability of the answer, right? So for me, the unsupervised learning, machine learning can learn by the algorithm.
Okay, algorithm. Okay, algorithm is a script or coding. Okay,
yes.
Just command. It's just a collection of the scripts called algorithm or instruction to the machine. Allow them to do a specific task. So it's called algorithm. Yeah. Okay.
So supervised one, the machine supervised.
Supervised. Okay. This is tricky part. When you mentioned about it from the output perspective, but actually in machine learning or data science, the supervised or unsupervised focus on input, not output. Now, the supervising means you have to train, educate the machine, especially the label. Give the label to each record or instance. This class 1, this class B, this class 1, this class B, something like that. You have to teach the machine and allow them to train them so they can learn and to predict. Unsupervised, you don't give any label, any class. Just allow the algorithm or the machine try to learn by themselves and create outcome. Okay, that's two different, right? You see that? So you can see that. Snoopy tell us unsupervised data mining, no target available at the beginning. So you can see that, consider this question, do our customers naturally fall into different groups? That's a question we have to think about. Naturally means we not decide by ourselves, right? We decide by the machine. So when there's no such target, then all specific group purpose for the grouping, we call the data mining called unsupervised. If yes, it's supervised. Okay, that's the principle. So in this course, we need principle at the beginning. And under principle, we need to understand techniques we will learn based on the principle. And then we can apply the text into real world called OM3, right? To perform the analysis of data. Now, this is an example of the supervised, right? Just like you see that. This time, this guy is called Woodstock. His name is called Woodstock. Woodstock tell you the supervised learning, the target value example churn. Customer churn means customer leave. They stop doing business with us. Or when we say employee churn, when people leave the company, they're not staying in the company. So there's a target variable, yes or no. It's a label. Okay, yes, either yes or no. Okay, so that's it. Then when they leave. So it's when we have this kind of target variable, we call it a supervised. We can decompose to more detail. When we try to talk about data mining, at the very beginning we have to decide which kind of problem we face. For example, here, the business problem, like predict specific target, is a problem, business problem. We want to predict a specific target. Will customer churn? Will customer leave? That's a problem. Or sometimes it's just a question you want to answer. Okay? And different problem like this one, explore data structure and their natural customer groups. That's a different problem, different question you want to ask. Are there natural customer groups exist? We don't know yet. For the first one, predict specific target, will customer churn or stay doing business with you. So we need to do the supervised test. The model, you see that, training with label. Machine learning means we give label, train them. So we have two types of data. We have two sets of data. Of course, we need to train data, right? So after we have collect data, we have divided data into two parts. Train data and the train data and the test data. Right? You not just train it, you have to test it, right? Whether or not they already learned how to identify the target. Okay. So in here we have model, right? We have more trained data, and then we can prediction for the target. And overall, it's the final result. We have to evaluate how good the model is. Accurate prediction for specific purpose. Accurate is a terminology. Accurate. So this is the first part. First task called supervised data mining, unsupervised mining. Now, just like really mention about algorithm, right? It's algorithm. So it's a program that grouping bases similarity. Based on their similarity, by the algorithm, try to create a new class or new label for individuals. So our output will be the clusters, okay, or groupings, class or grouping. So the goal is different. The second goal is inherent grouping, discover inherent grouping, no guarantees of usefulness, no guarantee. Okay. They just allow the algorithm to detect the similarity in the individuals and try to form a group. Okay. So you have to make a judgment and rename the group by yourself, not just C1, C2, C3. Just give a meaningful name for that group. For example, it's high value customer group, low value customer group, something like that. Okay, what does label mean? Right now, I think you already have some clear idea. What does label mean? Ensemble, right? Yeah. I remember the Chinese name, ensemble. Okay, what does label mean right now?
Right now, I can just view that a label is a classification. The name of classification we did.
The name of classification we did.
Yeah.
Okay. And what else? We see a picture here, right? Different animals. Okay, you see fish, cats, birds. Right? No labels. Okay, no label. Then we go through a process or model. Then we try to